Welcome to the video where I will talk about my participation in monthly color along Color with Ukraine. If you follow me, you probably noticed that each month my fellows Ukrainian colorists and myself we select one of Ukrainian regions or cities and we select them based on what is the most interesting about this region, most traditional. I think that it's a great thing to get acquainted better with Ukraine. And finally, in January, we selected capital of Ukraine, Kiev. That's actually city where I live. The saint protector of Kiev, it's Saint Michael. We have statues of Saint Michael, we have beautiful Saint Michael's Cathedral. So the January theme for Color with Ukraine Color Along, that's angels. We invite everyone to post your pictures with angels on Instagram with hashtag, and of course I went to my bookshelves to try to find the most interesting pictures with angels. Of course I have a lot of them. I do love to color angels, and the choice was actually quite complicated. Pictures which I always wanted to do but never had time, it's in this poem Girl. We have here a couple of lovely angels, but for me they are absolutely Christmas pictures, so I am afraid that they will have to wait another year. I always want to color them in December and never have time, and they wait. So they are beautiful, but I am not in the mood already to do Christmas pictures. And the same problem with very lovely, very beautiful angels from Merry Christmas. We have actually two pictures here. They are very nice and even not very Christmassy, but I already again out of this Christmas theme. Yeah, that's the second one. I will think about them, but well, it's not very probably that I will color them. Bigger probability of coloring there is for the next book by Anna Carlson. Here I have this steampunk angel, because you can color any style of angels, of course. But this one I wanted to color in February or March. I think about the whole month coloring dedicated to various metals. You know that I love to color metals, so I would love to do various pictures with steel, bronze, gold, and maybe even some fantasy color combos. So maybe this one I will keep for next months. It's simple, easy, lovely, but maybe for February. In my New Year resolutions, I promised myself that I will try to color more frequently in my old but still very beautiful, very precious pictures, and one of precious books. And one of such books is Kinuka Craft Myth and Magic, where actually there are several lovely angels, and they are in different mood. I think that the most appealing for me and suitable for the theme is this very lovely angel bringing light. The only thing is the background. I think that maybe it's time for me to try watercolors here. Paper looks quite thick, but somehow I never tested watercolor apart from small color accents with metal watercolors. Maybe if I manage to use watercolor or water-soluble pencils for this sky background, it will be easier to color this one, because it's lovely. I do love Angel here, her face, her pose, so I would love to do this one. I also checked my mythographic books, and again here we have a lot of lovely angels, but somehow they weren't very appealing, very inspiring. They are lovely, but for me this picture, it doesn't have any meaning behind. It's simply lovely. For this color along, I would love to select maybe warrior angel, protecting angel. This one I can color later, and actually in Voyage there are many more interesting pictures, so for this one probably no. Also very lovely angels I have in Little Secrets from My Fairy House. Maybe some of them are more Christmassy, but there is also this very lovely cat angel, and I actually love this one a lot. So I will think about it, but every time when I start to do Klara Markova pictures, it takes me a lot of time, so I'm not sure if I have time and enough patience to do this one. And honestly, I struggle with animals in Klara Markova books. I still can't decide to color them in more realistic way, trying to add fur texture everywhere, or to color them in more cartoonish style, putting only main color on fur. So slightly difficult question with animals, but picture is lovely. Sooner or later I will definitely do this cat lady, because the company, they all are adorable. Cats, girl, and the snowman, that's my favorite hero. I also checked my very old books, which I consider as one of the gemstones of my collection. Here, let me put this aside. Maybe finally it's time to start doing something here. Both books are by Nicholas. Sorry, I don't want to mess up with the surname. So they all are beautiful. Pictures are intricate, full of interesting details. Quality of the book is totally different, and paper very interesting and quite unique, so I definitely will need to adjust to the paper. In Irene book I have this one with angel, and believe me, this one it's one of the easiest in the whole book. I do love the girl here. She looks quite fierce, strong, spirited. So this one can work as my first project in books by Nicholas, but still very frightening. I can't tell you how many times I told myself that you're ready, you need to color something here, and still nothing. Books are completely empty. In Serene I have two choices. This one, it's like weeping angel. It's a little bit sad. I would prefer to do something maybe a little bit more optimistic. And yes, I can imagine doing this one as a marble tattoo, so limited color palette based on shades of gray, maybe with additional color accents of blue, violet, maybe a little bit of green to show the old marble areas. I don't know. I have some ideas, but they are not formed completely yet. And the other one, look at this beauty. She's frightening, very fierce, and well, I love this a little bit more, honestly, comparing to the first picture. Just don't know yet which colors to select, but I think about this one, and if I start this book one day, that's definitely will be this page. Many pictures with angels I have in Jasmine Becket-Griffith books, and here in her first book I already colored a lot of pictures, so I really want to continue and to have a good progress during this year. There are different moods for angels. There are simple, sweet girls like this one, that's angel with emerald, or the stardust. Another lovely girl, but honestly I always preferred her dark angels. Something like this one. If I think about the most inspiring picture for me, I think that it could be this one. It's called Scavengers, but I think that it's still picture of angel. We have this apocalyptic background, and for me it always reminded me about catastrophe on Chernobyl atomic station. Actually, the station is in Kiev region and not far from city of Kiev. Kiev suffered a lot of consequences after this tragedy. So I think that it's meaningful, and I really want to color this one. I just need to think very carefully about colors to show this atmosphere, apocalyptic atmosphere, and I don't want to repeat myself. I already did several angels here. Previous favorite angel is this one. For this page, I think that I would love to use color combo of red, peach and gray, so color choices could be quite unusual. This one I really want to do, not sure if I have time, but maybe for February. When I looked at other books by Blue Angel Publishing, I looked back at Josephine Wall. It's a beautiful book, but one of the most difficult in my collection. The original art is colorful, and of course for publishers it was very difficult challenge to transform such art into line art. So here we have pictures with huge amount of excessive lines, difficult to understand and difficult to color. But there is a very lovely page with Snow Angel. Sorry, I tried already to find some colors, and in such way I lost my bookmark. Believe me, it's one of the easiest in the book. And why I would love to select this one? Because that's winter season. If I don't color it now, I definitely won't be inspired to do it during other months. It has very good paper, so I can use some of my watercolors to do the background. And of course I do love this beautiful city with church on the bottom part, very elegant, very nice. So maybe that's actually a big chance for Josephine Wall to return on my table, because I hadn't touched, I think that for 4 years, since the COVID time when I did one picture here. Well, I definitely will try to do this one. I will check my watercolors. If I find something suitable for the winter night background, I will try to do it. Also, of course, we have angels in the books by Kristen Karen. Here, the most beautiful angel which I found is this one, but I don't feel that I'm ready to color such a lovely page and not mess it up. It's perfect, it's not very complicated, so I really would love to color this one. And even the background here looks quite simple if I limit it with frame. I think that, or maybe it will even look better if background will be without strong, defined, precise frames. Well, I definitely can imagine this one in very limited color palette, maybe with golden hair, white wings, that's obvious, and something very light for the short. Wish me luck, I would love to do this one, but I think that there is high chances that I will simply mess it up. And finally, we have books which I love to color, where there are a lot of angels, and I think that that's where I definitely can start. When I just got books by Chris Ortega, I was sure that on such paper pictures will be a catastrophe. But now I think that I adjusted to paper all my pictures which I did so far in these books. I have 3 volumes, so I did already several pictures here and there, and I love all of them, and I would really love to continue. If we talk about angels, we have one which I would love to do, that's Waiting Angel. In the first volume, It looks simple, but there is something extremely attractive in her pose, in her face. I think especially face. She's lovely, but in the same time you can see that she's a strong creature, and that's what attracted me to the girls in Chris Ortega, how she depicts their faces. They different, they don't look similar to one another, and they all are very beautiful and I would say easy to color. In third volume there are two pictures, and there are angels. They are lovely, but not as inspiring as the previous one. I think that here I am not a huge fan of this male angel behind. Probably he doesn't look very interested in the girl or in life, and that's why my second selection is much more interesting. I actually think that it's perfect match for the St. Michael's theme, and I think that finally I will start from this page to participate in color along. If I have time, then I will try to do a Josephine Wall picture, because I want to color more frequently with watercolors, and that paper allows you to work with granulating watercolors, with pearl watercolors. So finally I will put them to work, my paints, and then we will see. I hope that you agree with me that this page is the best match, but of course we will be happy to see all your works with various angels. Post them on Instagram and we will admire them. Thank you for watching, and until my next videos.